start this episode, do you remember that news last year that a group of filmmakers were aiming to dig up a landfill site in New Mexico, hoping to find the many Atari 2600 games rumoured to be buried there? Worst game ever made, E.T. the Extraterrestrial amongst them? Well, a couple of updates on the project came out in March, the first being the worrying news that environmental regulators from the area were looking to block the proposed excavation. Fortunately, it seems permission has now been given for the project to go ahead, but I'll no doubt be providing updates on this story in future episodes as it progresses. Or not, as the case may be. Second is that Nintendo have announced it's to start releasing Game Boy Advance games onto the Wii U's eShop, in Europe at least, from the 3rd of April. The first batch of titles includes Advance Wars, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, Metroid Fusion, WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania, F-Zero Maximum Velocity, Golden Sun, and Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. They'll cost you £6.29 each. To round off this section, the Twitch Plays Pokemon project was completed last month. A crowdsourcing idea involving more than 1 million people attempting to complete the original Pokemon Red on Twitch, it saw participants inputting commands through chat messages. It took 16 days, 7 hours, 45 minutes and 30 seconds of continuous play until the final battle against Blue was won. The Twitch community also completed Pokemon Crystal in March, with Game Boy Advance installment Emerald currently being battled through. Super Famicom RPG Shin Megami Tensei for iOS devices. NES titles Renegade, Super Dodgeball, Double Dragon, Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden and Mighty Bomb Jack, as well as SNES classic Super Mario Kart on the Wii U's eShop. A 30th anniversary edition of the text adventure The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, released on the BBC website. A re-release of Little Big Adventure for iOS and Android. HD versions of PS2 RPGs Final Fantasy X and X Part 2 for PS3 and PS Vita through PSN. And last up, NES title Devil World on the 3DS's eShop. First, a Commodore 64 squeezed into a laptop was put up for auction on eBay last month. You can see how much it went for by visiting the link in the description below. Analogue Interactive also announced it's to release a new version of the NES in March, boasting an RGB output and aluminium casing. Called the Analogue Nt, more details on when it's out should be available very soon. Third and finally, an Indiegogo campaign was launched which gives you the chance to experience the Commodore Amiga in a new all-in-one enclosed system, titled the Amiga. Using a Raspberry Pi to emulate an Amiga 500, it also boasts a HDMI output. It does need to raise $140,000 in funding over the next 2 months though, with a pledge of $139 securing you one of the systems when, or should that be if, they're released. An unofficial port of the original Castlevania for the ZX Spectrum. Action title Wildlife for the Magnavox Odyssey 2. A fan-made port of Atari ST's space shooter Oids for the Commodore Amiga. An update adding new modes and characters to the ROM hack of Sonic the Hedgehog called Metal Sonic Hyperdrive, which as the name suggests has you playing as Metal Sonic. An unofficial port of Bomberman for the Master System. An emulator for the Game Boy on the Virtual Boy. Nope, no idea why either. Number Game 2048 for the Sega Mega Drive. A version of Metroid Prime on the Oculus Rift. An unofficial port of Hexagon on the Vectrex, retitled Hex. Adventure title Leonardo's Lost Last Invention for the ZX Spectrum. Super Fighter Team have also announced it's taking pre-orders for Mega Drive titles Cascade and Magic Girl. And while we're on the topic of to-be-released homebrew titles, Game Boy Color puzzle RPG Air Aki is also being released in early April and can be pre-ordered through the link in this video's description. First comes a trio of NES titles translated into English, including Sansara Naga, Twimby 3, and Action in New York Final Mission. Second is oddball Game Boy puzzler Sunshine Angel Marlowe, Panic in Bloomland. And finally for this section, and episode, is action title Astro Counter of Crescents for the PC. That's all for this time then, but please do share this video with anyone you think that would find it interesting or helpful. It would help me a great deal. I also made some videos on cartridge design last month, and if you'd like to watch those, you can click on the links right here. Thanks for watching.
I'll throw you into the sea after I get you.